Today, something was just nagging me in the back of my head, and now I know what it is. It was fear. I love to tell you about how I love drinking ketones and what it does for me, but I haven't shared about the opportunity to be the one that tells about ketones, the one who life can improve by sharing your story. So I'm going to share my story now. I'm 48, born on the 4th of July. I'm single, never married, no children. And I decided about 2.5 years ago that my life wasn't where it needed to be. For about 17 years, I was just working. I wasn't living. I was working, and I was caring too much about my job more than my boss or my administration was. My personal life was a big goose egg. It was awful. So by reading personal development, especially Grant Cardone, who said, if you're not getting a raise on a regular basis and your life outside of work is not great, why are you there? And that was so true. So I sold everything I had. Within like a week, I had like 8 phone job interviews. I had a chance to pick what I wanted to do. And I moved to Richmond, and I work for a reference lab now. But as I said, I'm single. And so if anything unexpected happens, how my budget is shot. So you have to like, okay, I'm gonna pay this a little late, so this will cross over to this. We shouldn't live that way, but many of us do at times. And I have a large student debt. The second time I went to college, I was a resident assistant. I had scholarships, so that was free. I'm still paying for my bachelor's. And basically, 89. So yeah, they outright said like, oh, you should not be able to go to college because my father fell in that middle section. Didn't make enough money to lend to go in college, but he didn't make low enough that we could get grants. So, even though it was several of us in school at that time. So yeah, I know I'm not the only one in the world who's still paying on student loans. Those loans are larger than a car note. And I have been a type 1 diabetic for 34 years. Yes, since I've been 14 years old. And the doctor said last year, don't you want to get on the insulin pump? I'm like, yeah, I would love to see how steady my blood sugars are every day. But he didn't tell me just how expensive this is. Every 90 days, a couple of thousand. Yeah, a couple of thousand. That's not counting the insulin itself. That's counting the sensor that's attached to me, and then the mechanism that is attached to my pump that delivers the insulin. So yeah, on top of that, student loans. I have this, and I'm like, dang. Plus, doing all that time, those 17 or so years, I just worked and worked. I never went anywhere. So I didn't have a life. So at this stage of at my age, I want to have a life. And that requires money. I want to travel. I want to travel to nice places, not just to make it there. I want to be able to buy what I want to buy and to enjoy the culture that I'm in. And I got a passport last year because I am claiming it. I am manifesting it that I'm going to travel. Not just away from the U.S., But in the U.S., I really have not been anywhere. Only just a few places, and that was for my job or for my education. Never just to relax. And so I would like to build an income to do that. Yeah, just have a life. Ain't that another idea? And this opportunity is not just about money. I grow every day because I am feeding from the light of all the wonderful women, amen, that's on the team I am in. And just thinking about it, I tear up because being in my situation, I'm always like the odd girl. So I'm always by myself. And then actually having that feeling of team, that feeling of family means so much to me. And through that, I'm steady growing. And I'm learning from their experiences, and I hope they learn from mine. So that's another great thing about this opportunity. And that I just want to be able to give you the chance to live your best life, to be that badass, to be that bad boss. Because as I said earlier, I was being selfish. And I shouldn't be that way. I shouldn't let fear. Fear is the mind killer. One of my favorite quotes from Doom. But yeah, I'm a big nerd also. But I want to invite you to a 3-day sneak peek. If you're just curious, you don't have to be like, yeah, I'm going to do this. That would be wonderful. But if you're just curious, or if you know someone who could benefit from it, it would be great. And just, I want you to have that feeling of that light beaming on you. Because it's just great regardless. It's kind of like a drug. So it's so many things to get from this sneak peek besides just information about the opportunity. Especially as a woman, to see other women excited about growth. Personal growth, spiritual growth, financial growth. And that's a wonderful thing to see other people make it. So that makes you like, hey, just maybe, I can do it. But I've got to a point, there's not a just maybe. It's I am. It's no time for, what if somebody says something? What if this and that? What if I fail? I'm sorry. Fail is not a 4-letter word. It's letters that bring you to success. Because if you learn from failure, you know what not to do. So you can bypass it and do something else, and do something else until you reach where you need to go. Just think about falling down a couple times like a little patch. So you can be like, yeah, I did this a couple times, and I can tell you what not to do. So you become like a legacy. You can pass on your knowledge. And how powerful is that? Just by reaching out to people and just being nice to people, because sometimes we just need that. And that's powerful in itself. You are a powerful person. You just have to believe it. And you can become powerful in other areas. You just have to try. You just have to want it. Or just learn and become it. So Wednesday that's coming up is the start of a 3-day sneak peek. So you can decide what you want to do. Is this for you now or later? Or just to be nosy? What is this all about? Is she just playing? Is this a scam? Is this and that? And number one, I'm just going to tell you off the bat, no period schemes. Because period schemes are against the law. Okay? So cross that off your list. But hey, I want you there. I want you to give this a chance. like I've given this a chance. And this has made my life so much better. The opportunity, getting introduced to ketones, because yeah, I was skeptical. Yeah, I can't speak right now. And I do feel a difference. So I want to pass on this positivity to you. I'm going to see you Wednesday. All I need is your email so I can put you into the group and we can do this. Being badasses together. I'm sending my positive energy out to you regardless of what you do because you're a boss and I'm sending my love.